This I find fascinating. Again, this is everything they're going to try and do is going to be sort of like third order. They're going to try to imply something to try and imply something, right? I mean, because, um, uh, and that's why I think another reason why Vivek brings up the Obamas. It's like we can't say she's DEI, we can't say she's black, but we can say like, well, Barack Obama was black and Michelle Obama is black. And
And these
that's the
things come
way,
in threes.
and these things come in threes. And so you know what that means, which in and of itself is also a stupid analogy because Barack Obama won twice. And so you don't necessarily, they think that Obama is some type of evil figure. They don't have a critique of him from a policy standpoint. They just don't like the fact that he was a Kenyan Muslim, not born in America. But here is Ben Shapiro, shortly after Harris comes on, making what I'll tell you. I don't know if folks remember this from 2008. The big criticism of Barack Obama is that he's like a celebrity. This was before they nominated literally a celebrity, not a politician who became a celebrity who became a politician. But back then they were like, he's just a celebrity. They're going back to play this hit again, and it's going to be just as smack themselves in the face. Here's Ben Shapiro.
Exactly do her qualifications look like other than, again, the sort of intersectional magic of Kamala Harris and the fact that Democrats have to manufacture enthusiasm for, I've never seen this much manufactured enthusiasm for anyone outside of maybe Taylor Swift's last album. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, me neither. It's so obvious. You cringe when you see it. But
exactly to her qualifications.
Okay. So first off, I mean, look at that picture that they use of it. It's the picture of laughing. That's like one of their go-tos. She laughs a lot.
How suspicious. Like, she could be laughing at you and talking down to you. How do you know? How do you know?
And then Shapiro goes with like his version of DEI, which is, if I say it really quickly, people won't hear that I said intersectionality, as opposed to, let's say, white guy who's got a Southern accent and can appeal to, maybe white working class voters, that DEI hire for her ticket. But then, like, they're trying to pretend like, oh, all the Democrats are pretending that they're happy. Well, I would say, like, well done, because I'm fooled by them.
They went the full way. They donate, like, to fool the right wing into showing enthusiasm. They broke small dollar donation records 2 days in a row just to feign enthusiasm to the right. That's what happens when you're over the target.
That's what happens to the target. And now, if the Democrats are able to feign this enthusiasm enough to vote for her in this way, it's going to be a little bit less cringy. But the amazing thing is, Taylor Swift, nobody knows less about what's going on in our culture than me. I will put that. I will go against that. Maybe folks who don't, maybe English is like their third language, might know a little bit less, but probably not, because they probably read about it in their first language. I'm not proud about this fact. It is like, it dogs me at different points, but I know that Taylor Swift is famous. Like the idea that it's somehow her fame or excitement around Taylor Swift is manufactured. Didn't she sell like
it's manufactured by her to get more fans to come to her shows, like manufactured by her having a very robust marketing team. I don't even.
Well, I guess the thing that I'm confused by with it is like I don't know what the value of saying, like, of comparing Kamala Harris to, like, whatever your feelings about Taylor Swift are, like, de facto the most popular musician arguably on the entire planet.
Well, because she's been, I mean, God knows why, but she's been the target of misogyny this year because she's being shown at our football games.
Oh yes,
I mean, what? Oh, I could see a random guy with a face paint in the stands with his shirt off, and yet they're cutting to the celebrity on the sidelines.
And also the whole thing that at the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce was going to propose to Taylor Swift, and then Taylor Swift was immediately
endorse
Biden.
Yeah,
that was their
conspiracy. Just going to go, oh my God, look at the ring. Go vote for Biden. They're insane.
When he said intersectional magic, you know what that's a dog whistle for? Like some women, like black women, have been posting black girl magic about that's a phrase, right? Black girl magic. So he can't say that, right? He can't say DEI. He can't say mock black girl magic. He's got to say, oh, intersectional magic. And Ben Shapiro's not good at incorporating culture into his right-wing commentary. There were other people like Breitbart who did it, who like understood it. He's not good at it. He did that whole burning the Barbie thing over the summer to say that Barbie was a terrible movie. Hey, I got news for you.
He also predicted it was going to go bust at the box office, like in the first week. Apparently, it was not a bust at the box office.
And that's the thing that will be funny about, and I'm going to say a very lib thing here, right? Okay, I'm just preparing people for this. This is like, they could Barbie this election in the sense that driving female turnout, focusing on families, care, child care, doing all of that, breaking previous models about who's considered electable, or in the terms of Barbie, like what's profitable, right? Now all the studios realize, oh my God, we can make movies that have a big budget that are directed towards women. There you go. That's what the Barbie effect was. Now, like with Harris, doesn't have the baggage of Hillary Clinton, right? But she's a woman that's, I think, making women excited to vote for her. And that, I think, scares them a little bit because Fox didn't have their prepackaged multi-decade propaganda campaign for Harris put in place.
And the only thing that they're responding with is, in some ways, like doubling down on their male, sort of aggrieved, divorced, middle-aged guy energy. Who you want to try and win an election with people who are aggrieved by the existence of Taylor Swift? It's not gonna work. Like but they don't have anything yet. I mean, they'll maybe come up with something, but we'll see about that.
But Puck News, to your point, Sam, reported this morning that the Trump campaign is already trying to run up the score with men, young men in particular, because they're giving up on the suburban women path. Which is hilarious to me because that is a bad strategy. That's how Trump won in 2016 with some of those suburban women, and they're just giving up and going full Hulk Hogan now.
I mean, I think their calculation is that Biden took or blunted some of that enthusiasm before, and that when Biden leaves, that's going to be the cohort of people that might be available to them. I think that is I think that is strategically. Well, I don't know what their other option is, to be honest with you, but I don't think that's going to work.
With the JD Vance pick, they've boxed themselves in.
Hey, so we all remember the Supreme Court's ruling on Trump's presidential immunity case. Well, get this. The leader of the Heritage Foundation think tank has said the second American Revolution will be bloodless if the left allows it to be. All sparked by the Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity. Well, Ground News found nearly 50 sources reporting on it with zero coverage coming from the right. Why? Well, going through these articles, you can see most of them tie this project to Trump. Like this report from the DCCC writing Trump's so-called Project 2025 manifesto advocates for a nationwide abortion ban, quote, silencing his political enemies and more. With presidential elections not too far away, this is an extremely important story, and you wouldn't know about it unless you intentionally diversify where you get your news from, which is why Ground News created their blind spot feed. It's to surface major stories with little reporting coming from either the right or the left. Our longtime sponsor really simplifies empowering yourself with knowledge so we're fully aware where our information is coming from and how that influences our reporting or lack thereof. An important mission under our current political climate. Best of all, they're offering my viewers 40% off the same unlimited access Vantage plan that gets me access to all their features. So head to ground.news/majority or scan my QR code to help support an independent news platform working towards a more transparent media landscape.